everybody, it's Julie the Oracle here. This week I'm doing 2 card readings. Basically I'm pulling one card on a what situation, like what happened, and then I'm pulling a clarifier on the who, what, when, where, why, just whatever comes out. You ended up getting 2 cards as your clarifiers this time. They're all major arcana, and then I pulled a Halloween oracle for you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's get started here. Okay, so what we have first, the Fool. Look at that, going right through the filter. All right. This is a beautiful card. I love it because this one is based on koi fish. I don't know if you know a lot about that. They're beautiful fish, Japanese fish. There's a lot of stuff going on here because like the lotus or the lily, or this can be representative of spiritual awakening. So the Fool is the very beginning, the 0 card. The Fool is somebody who's about to embark on a great adventure. Think Bilbo Baggins, and the Lord of the Rings, or Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. This is your hero, the hero's journey. This is you starting off on an adventure, or this may be something new for you. So if maybe you were going along and there's been this change, like the path diverted, a fork in the road, if you will, and you're choosing like which way do I go. So I feel like the Fool is telling you to go ahead, take that leap of faith, follow your heart to where the path is leading you. And if you are being if you feel like your soul is being pulled forward, like you have this urge inside of you, in your body, spiritual, this feeling of like, I've got to do this, I've got to move, or I've got to try a new job. Whatever it is, you're being pulled towards something. This is the next step, the next phase, the next chapter of your life, and what comes next for you in terms of your spiritual journey, or the Fool's, the hero's journey. The Fool is the hero, though. And, we call it the Fool, but it doesn't mean that you're foolish. The Fool can be, or sometimes it could be the Fool as in, you stop and smell the roses. Like, you enjoy the little things in life. When you walk outside, you actually take a moment to just breathe in the air, that fresh air. And you can feel the wind through your hair and the sun on your face. And taking little moments like that keeps us grounded. And this fish is jumping out of the water, so you may feel like a fish out of water, with whatever this new venture is that you are heading into. But don't let the doubts get to you, because this is important for you. No matter how much you feel like, oh, I'm afraid to take this next step, do it anyway. Like, just Nike, he says, just do it, right? So just do it. And I think this has to do with your spiritual path, because here you have this beautiful purple flower, and purple, oh my gosh, this purple or indigo-ish color, I mean, this is your crown, this purple. The indigo is usually indicated for the third eye, but the purple is usually up here at the crown. Sometimes it's associated with white, but this is that knowing, that feeling like, I know I have to do this. Trust your instincts, trust the intuition. I probably sound like a broken record, but so be it. This is your confirmation to trust what you're feeling right now, because this is part of your spiritual journey. You are meant to be on this path. And, I think that your ancestors or loved ones from the other side are urging you on. And I say that because there's this itty bitty ladybug in here, and I don't know how much, but correct me if I'm wrong by all means, because I remember reading this, but I'm a little rusty because Actually, I've slept since then, so my brain is mush. But I noticed this deck tends to contain a lot of fireflies, dragonflies, ladybugs, butterflies. A lot of things that represent change and transformation, spiritual journey. But I believe ladybugs can be very meaningful. They have to do with prosperity, I think. And they can also be considered like your loved ones visiting from the other side. So I feel like you're being urged, and I think you're being supported and protected from your friends on the other side. Friends, family, ancestors, you have guardian angels, you have guides, you have a whole team over there. And they come and go, so you don't have all of them with you at any one time, but then you can have all of them, or you could have just one of them. You just never know. I guess they stay pretty busy over there. I'm not sure exactly how it works because I haven't ventured. I always feel like I have at least, 2 to 3 here. Sometimes I have 5 to 7, depends. But I have one Arcturian guide that just is always with me, and she definitely wants me to do this tarot for you. So that's why I am here doing this, because I am doing my part on my journey. This is my next step, doing this for you. My next step was putting my face on camera, so you're welcome. I'm looking to see if there's anything else about this card, but I spent 5 minutes on it, so let's go on. How do we clarify? Okay, this is perfect. Look at this. You got double cards, and may I remind you, the full card is Major Arcana, but you also have the High Priestess and the World. I mean, you've jumped straight to the end. The High Priestess is only the 3rd card after the Magician, so, and I say 3rd, yes, remember, you have to remember the Magician is number 1, so High Priestess is 2. The Fool is always 0. There's been, I don't want to confuse you. There has been decks where the Fool has been at the very end behind World, I think. Just from learning. But I haven't seen this yet. I'm just learning about these things. But these are all Major Arcana. This is a very strong reading for those of you watching. Strong reading. Which means that this is a huge step. This is a big spiritual step for you. So whatever you're being called to do not ignore it. Follow it. When you're meant to do something, you should. Because if you don't do it now, sure, you've got the free will to walk away and do other things. I mean, if you want to, just fuck around and find out, then, I'm not saying you'll get consequences for it, because it depends. Is this God or Gaia or, universe? Is it karma? What's going on that you have to do these things? But sometimes you delay yourself. So when you're sitting there going, why haven't I gotten my success and abundance or my love or whatever? It's because you've delayed yourself because you keep going off on the side quest. Think of it, the hero's journey, as a video game. Think like Skyrim. You're going through and there's this main quest. You got to learn all those dragon signs, right? You learn how to speak it. But then while you're all killing everything, then you're like, oh crap, now I got to go join the Brotherhood of this or that. And then, you got these quests to do. So we get distracted in life, and even though we still head forward in life and we continue to grow and age, we're still heading towards that great ending, that hero's journey. We go through the whole thing, and then at the end, we can relax, we can enjoy. But you have the High Priestess and you have the World. The High Priestess is someone who has the knowing. This is basically saying you've got the psychic ability, the intuition, to know what's next. You know that this may be a spiritual transition, like a job or something. Like, you are meant to do something, like to wake up and to wake others up, or to, like me, I'm reading cards for you. You may be meant to read cards or do other divination. You could be a psychic medium, you could do pendulums, etc., etc. So the High Priestess has a knowing. She already knows what's coming. So you are highly intuitive. So this is your confirmation of that. But then you have the World card. This is the card about cycles. Things can be ending, things can be over, or they can just be beginning. So this is like your new adventure in the world. So whatever, I feel like you're coming full circle here, and you're about to open a whole new can of worms with everything psychic and spiritual on your path. But it's going to be really great growth for you. So don't worry about it. Don't get the doubts and the fears. Just like do it. It may seem scary, but then you're gonna be so glad that you took that first step forward. And your Halloween Oracle, you got a jack-o'-lantern, you got protection. And I love this. This is a nice warm Halloween thing right here. It's cozy, it's comfy. We know, we're very familiar with this. But when I said protection earlier, you do have people on the other side protecting you. Not just the angels and the guides and different things, but you do have ancestors looking out, trying to give you that wisdom to move forward, because they want you to join them on the same journey. You're doing this not just for you, but for all who came before you. I hope that was helpful, and good luck on your spiritual journey. Until next time, bye.